Hello and welcome to the Northwest District of Golf Ball Racing. Here are the current standings to my left of all the golf balls competing in the Northwest District. Hancock and Paulding are sitting pretty at 2-0, while Fulton, Mercer, and Van Wert are not sitting pretty at 0-2. In matchup number 1, it's Paulding versus Van Wert. Alright, we're online and ready to start for Van Wert and Paulding. And they're off and rolling. And it currently starts off with Paulding, who takes the lead, getting over the Van Wert, trying to get around it. Paulding gets the win. Matchup number 2, it's Putnam versus Williams. Matchup number 2, Putnam and Williams, and they're off and rolling. It starts off with Williams, who gets the lead to start. Here comes Putnam trying to get around. Putnam trying to come back around to the outside. It's not in time. Matchup number 3, it's Auglaize versus Defiance. Here we go, Defiance and Auglaize, and they're off and rolling. Auglaize gets the lead to start. Defiance in second. Auglaize with the commanding lead and a commanding win. And matchup number 4, it's Allen versus Van Wert. Van Wert and Allen. And they're off and rolling. Van Wert takes the lead to start. Allen in second. Van Wert still with the lead down the left. Van Wert gets the win. And finally, it's Auglaize versus Williams. And the last matchup is Williams and Auglaize, and they're off and rolling. Williams starts off with the lead, but Auglaize is now back in front. It's going to be a tight one between the two. Auglaize with the lead. Auglaize gets the win. Everybody, welcome to the recap after round 3 of the Ohio County Cup. We're going to start with the Northwest District. If you can see right over here in your rankings. There we go. If you can see right here, here are the current standings for the teams in the Northwest District. It's Auglaize who's in the lead right now with who's 3-0, and Paulding who's also 3-0 as well. Now it is a little different because some played twice today and some did not. The red counties are the ones who are red are not in the next episode and they are done. So what that means is they are not going to be in the next episode, and these records are official. These are your records if you are red. For the ones who are green, you still have one more game to go. And by the end of it, these ones with 2 will have 3, and the ones with 3 in this total, in this column, will be at 4. I can't wait to see you in round 4, and there will be a recap just to say where you are in terms of the tournament. We'll see you soon. Hello and welcome to the Lake District of Golf Ball Racing. To my left are the current standings of this district. Erie, Huron, and Ottawa are sitting great at 2-0, while it's not pretty for everyone else who are sitting down at 0-2. In matchup number 1, it's Crawford and Hardin. Here we go, we're all in line. Crawford and Hardin County getting ready to go after it, and they're off and rolling. Crawford starts off with the lead. Hardin sits second. Hardin's going to try to get it back there. It's going to be Crawford getting the win. In matchup number 2, it's Erie and Huron. Erie and Huron, round 2, and they're off and rolling. Erie starts off with the lead. Huron trying to get back behind. Erie still with the lead. Huron is in trouble. Erie wins. Up next is Hardin and Lucas. Hardin and Lucas are next, and they're off and rolling. Hardin starts off with the lead. Lucas is now second. It's a dogfight to the end. Lucas is taking the lead. Lucas gets the win. Men matchup 4, it's Huron and Marion. Huron and Marion are up next, and they're off and rolling. Huron has the lead to start. Marion, they're all drifting slowly to the right. Right on the lead will be... that's close. And finally, the last matchup is Lucas and Ottawa. Lucas and Ottawa, the last one in the Lake District. And they're off and rolling. Lucas starts with the lead now. Ottawa sits second. Ottawa undefeated right now. Ottawa trying to hold him off each, and it does. Hello everybody, welcome to the results of the Lake District. Here are the standings in the color section. Erie County is in the lead with 3-0, and Hardin County is not looking so good at 0-4. Now I will mention to you, the ones in red, their records are done. They are not racing in the next episode. So Erie is 3-0, and will move to 3-0 for episode number 5. Huron is 2-2. It will continue at 2-2 when round number 5 happens. For the ones in green, they have one, in this case for Wyandotte, he has 2 games for this next one. So a lot of your counties here, their totaling is 3. They have 3 games played. This one has 2. Crawford has 2. Wood has 2. Seneca has 2. They'll either be at 2 no, it'll either be at 3 or 4 when this is all said and done. Wyandotte will end up at 3 because Wyandotte had a bye round earlier. All the games will be totaling to 10. These rankings are unofficial right now because not everyone has played a total of 3 games. I will give a recap and telling where each team stands in after the next episode. We will see you in round number 4. Hello and welcome to the Hills District of the Ohio County Cup. To my left are the current standings of the golf balls competing in there. It's pretty spread out, and it's a dogfight still between who's going to make it. In matchup number 1, it's Belmont and Coshocton. Here we go, Belmont and Coshocton in match 1 of the Hill District, and they're off and rolling. It's neck and neck between the two. Belmont has now taken lead after Coshocton, but it's Belmont getting the win. Next matchup is Monroe and Noble. Interesting between the two. Monroe 0-2, Noble 2-0. Let's see what happens. And they're off and rolling. Monroe has started off with the lead, trying to upset Noble. Monroe, it wasn't close. Monroe wins. The next matchup contains Muskingum and Perry. Here we go, matchup 3, 1-1, Muskingum and 0-2 Perry. And here we go, Muskingum starts off with the lead. Now they run into each other. Here's Perry with the lead. Perry is going to be a win and into the win column. Matchup number 4 is Noble and Pickaway. Here we go, Noble and Pickaway. And they're off and rolling. Noble is falling behind. He's 2-0. Pickaway's trying to close the door. It's Pickaway getting the win. Next up is Perry and Belmont. Perry just got the win into the win column. Belmont has not entered the lose column. Let's see what happens. And they're off and rolling. Belmont did not get the start he wanted to, but Perry is having a day here on this course. Perry is 2-2. Hello everybody. Here are the current standings for the Hills District. And right now, as you can see, the red ones are sitting up top, not just because the records are good, they're okay. They're not racing in the next episode, so they have more wins added into their column. I wouldn't be surprised to see Noble and Perry slip down the list a little bit. Pickaway is going to probably stay about where it is. Belmont is doing great right now. It's at 2-1, but again, it's a dogfight right now in this district. The ones in green, they have either played or they have one more to go. They will be in round 4. The ones in green, they are racing in the next episode. They'll be in round number 4. These ones in red, they're done. These records are set. So take a good long look. This is where you stand through episode 4. I will be talking about these records and where everyone stands later. But right now, thank you, and we'll see you in the next episode. Hello and welcome to the Amish and Mennonite District. To my left are the current standings of the golf balls. It's Holmes and Knox sitting in a control, as Carroll is sitting close behind, had their bye week at 1-0, while the bottom two at Ashland is still safe at 0-1, but the golf balls like Columbiana and Jefferson are not sitting good. Let's see what happens. In matchup 1, it's Ashland and Carroll. Both golf balls have one game in their system. One has a win, one has a loss. Let's see what happens. And they're off and rolling. Carroll and Ashland. Ashland now has the lead. Carroll sits second. Down the line they come. Oh, that's close. Next matchup is Carroll and Harrison. And they're off and rolling. Harrison has taken the lead over Carroll. It's Harrison still with the lead. Harrison will get the win. Next up is Columbiana and Holmes. Columbiana and Holmes 2-0, 0-2. And they're off and rolling. Columbiana is trying to take it down another 0-2. Columbiana gets the win. Next up, Harrison and Jefferson. Harrison and Jefferson ready to go. And they're off cleanly. It's Harrison with the lead. Jefferson now closing the door. Down the line they come. Harrison wins. And finally, Holmes and Knox. Battle of the top two in this district. Let's see who wins it. And they're off and rolling. Knox currently with the lead. Now Holmes. Now they're still battling between the two. Down the line they come. It is Knox getting the win. Hello everybody in the Amish district. Here are your current standings in the color. The teams over here, this is in alphabetical order by record. Here are the rankings here. Harrison is sitting pretty at 3-1, along with Knox, and which will have one more game later, maybe trying to go to 4-0, one of the only few teams remaining in the tournament who is unbeaten. The teams in red, they are not racing in this next episode. So you see Harrison, Carroll, Holmes, and Columbiana. They are not competing in the next round. So if you're cheering for them, you don't need to watch round 4 unless you really want to watch to see how the ones in green do. They are racing in this next episode. I will also mention the ones in red. These records are set, so these red ones are official. I won't be shocked to see these 3 slip down the order a little bit. Harrison might drop down 1 or 2 spots. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next episode. Hello and welcome to the Columbus District. To my left are the current standings of the golf balls in this district. Clark and Madison are sitting great at 2-0, and it's a dogfight in the middle for all the golf balls who are 1-0. The golf balls who are 0-2, they're not out of the picture. First up in the Columbus District is Champaign and Delaware. Champaign and Delaware, first one in this district, and they're off and rolling. Champaign get the lead over Delaware to start. Champaign, that is a big lead and a big win. Game 2 features Clark and Fayette. Clark 2-0, Fayette is only 1-1. Let's see what happens here. 2-0 teams have gone down in the last 2 districts, and they're off cleanly. Clark gets off to a great start. Fayette's at second. It is not Fayette's day. Clark is going to remain unbeaten. Next up is Delaware and Franklin. Delaware and Franklin are ready. Delaware just lost. They're down to 1-2. Franklin is 1-1 still. Let's see what happens. And they're off. Delaware starts off with the lead, trying to get to 2-2. Oh no, Franklin is going to win this one. This one is Fayette and Green. Fayette and Green. One more before the last one. And they're off and rolling. Green takes the lead over Fayette. Green still with the lead. It's a commanding one. Green wins. And the last one is Franklin and Logan. Franklin and Logan. Franklin now 2-1. Logan looking for its first win. Let's see if it happens. And they're off. Franklin starts with the lead. Logan taking a quick drop behind. It's going to be Franklin getting the win. Hello everybody. Here are the current standings of the golf balls in the counties in the Columbus District. There are many that still have to play and get to 4 games, or 3 in some cases. The ones in red are not racing in the next episode, so Franklin is set at 3-1, Delaware and Fayette. I wouldn't be surprised to see Delaware and Fayette drop a few more spots, but let's just see how that goes. And the ones in green, they have one more. They can either go up or can go down the list. Here's how it stands. These are unofficial results, and some of them still need to play. You'll either see 2 or 4 next time I talk about this, to tell where each county stands and how their season is going to look, to see if they can make the Ohio County Cup. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next. Hello and welcome to the Southwest District. To my left are the current standings of all the golf balls who have competed today. Adams, Dark, and Highland are sitting great at 2-0. While Claremont had their bye, it's also at 1-0. There's still time for Claremont. The golf balls like Clinton, Hamilton, and Preble are sitting at 0-2. This could get interesting for them. Matchup 1 is Adams and Butler. Matchup 1 is Adams and Butler. Let's see what happens here in the Southwest District. And they're off. Adams is 2-0. It's going to be a battle between Butler, who's 0-1. Adams with the lead. Adams gets the win. Next up is Hamilton and Montgomery. Hamilton and Montgomery all in line. Only one win between these two teams, between these two counties. Let's see what happens. And they're off and rolling. Hamilton has the lead over Montgomery. They have joined into the line. It's Hamilton is in the win column. Highland and Preble are next. And here we go. Highland starts off with the lead over Preble. Highland is now expanding, and Highland wins. Next up is Montgomery and Warren. Here we go. Round number 3. And they're off and rolling. Warren is trying to get around. They switch sides. Montgomery with the lead and the win. Preble and Adams are next. Preble 0-3. Adams 3-0. What happens here? And they're off. Preble is trying to do it. Adams ran into Preble, and Adams is going to take this one to the house. And finally, the last matchup is Warren and Brown. Warren and Brown to conclude the Southwest District. And they're off and rolling. Brown is in the lead. Warren is in some trouble. Brown is going to win. Here are the current standings in the color. Adams County is undefeated right now. We're waiting on Highland to see if he wins in the next episode. The ones in red, these records are set. They are standard. They're done. These records will be set for round number 5. The ones in green, they will be competing in the next episode, which is to be interesting to see. Dark County, can it get to 0-4? We'll know. We'll find out soon. When are they playing each other, actually? Oh man, if these two stay undefeated, we're going to have a showdown here. Adams Dark in round number 11. This could be very interesting. But moving on back here, the ones in red, they're done. They're ready for round 5. The ones in green, these will be racing in round 4. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in round number 4. Hello and welcome to the Ohio River District. To my left are the current standings of all the golf balls who are racing in this district. It's a very tight battle up top and a very tight battle down below. Remember, only 4, maybe 5 are going on to the next round. First up is Athens and Gallia. First matchup is underway, and they're off. Athens has taken the lead. Gallia in some trouble. Athens is going to win this one really easily. In number 2, it's Pike and Scioto. Here we go, round 2, and they're off and rolling. Pike with the lead. Pike still with the lead, trying to block every move. Yes, he can. In matchup number 2, it's Vinton versus Ross. Vinton and Ross are ready, and here we go. Vinton remains undefeated. Ross 0-2. Vinton remains unbeaten. Ross is still without a win. Next up is Scioto and Washington. One more before the end of this district in video 3. And there we go. Scioto takes the lead over Washington. Haven't seen a lot of the comeback yet. It looks like Scioto will win this one very easily. And the last one is Vinton versus Athens. Here we go. Who will win this one? Team Vinton Athens, last one of the Ohio River District. And they're off and rolling. Vinton starts with the lead. Athens is trying to stay alive. Vinton is 4-0. Hello everybody. Here are the current standings in the colors for the Ohio River District. Vinton County remains unbeaten in this tournament, unlike Meggs and Ross, who continue to be winless. The ones in red, they are not competing in the next episode, so if you are cheering for one of these counties, you don't need to come watch round number 4. I trust you, they will not be competing, unless they mess the schedule up, but let's hope that doesn't happen. So the ones in green, they are competing in the next episode, so tune in then. It's going to be interesting to see if some of these counties move up or move down the list. There's one way to find out, and that's to go to round number 4. We'll see you then. Hello and welcome to the Northeast District of Golf Ball Racing. To my left are the current standings of the golf balls in this district. Mahoney and Summit are sitting great at 2-0, and a couple of the teams that had their bye rounds earlier are also undefeated. The golf balls are sitting at 0-2 and 0-3. It is not looking good for them. First up of the Northeast is Ashtabula and Cuyahoga. Both golf balls both have used their bye, so they are both at 1-0. Who will remain unbeaten? And here we go. Ashtabula, Cuyahoga. Cuyahoga with the lead. Ashtabula runs into trouble. Cuyahoga wins. In matchup 2, it's Medina and Stark. Medina and Stark are getting ready to go. And here we go. Medina gets the lead. Early lead. Stark is trying to catch back up. It'll be another one that will go to the booth. After further review, Stark wins. Portage and Summit are next. Portage and Summit. Let's see who wins this one. And they're off and rolling. Portage with the lead over Summit. Portage trying to hold off Summit to the end. Portage wins. In match 4, it's Stark and Trumbull. Stark and Trumbull, 2 teams at the bottom of the district. Let's see who can at least advance. And here we go. Stark with the lead. Trumbull is trying to get her balance. Trumbull, with the move! That's another tight one. After further review, Stark wins. And finally, the last matchup is Summit and Ashtabula. Here we go, Summit and Ashtabula ready to go for the last one. And they're off a little slow, but it's Summit with the lead. Ashtabula trying to get on the board, ends up big break by Ashtabula. He gets the win because Summit tripped. And welcome, these are your current standings within the colors. Ashtabula is sitting pretty at 2-1, but there are several undefeated counties still yet to play in the next episode. The ones in red, they are official. These are your records. So Ashtabula is 2-1. Ashtabula will not be in round 4. Same with the other reds. They are not in the next episode. They will be competing in round number 5 if they don't have a bye week. The ones in green, they will be playing in the next episode. The course is going to remain in the same place. So, and hopefully you guys like this course. I really did. So there's how it stands. These are unofficial. Ashtabula might slip down maybe 1 or 2 spots. Same, Stark and Summit may stay the same. There just may be a closer battle between the two. I thank you, and we'll see you in the